Hello, you're watching the English News Bulletin on QPVN channel. I'm Cho Nguyễn, and now let me keep you up to date with the headlines. National Assembly opens the 9th extraordinary session. General Staff makes breakthrough in task completion. Scientific and technological solutions help promote heritage value. On the morning of February the 12th, the 15th National Assembly's 9th extraordinary session kicked off in Hanoi. Attending the opening session were General Secretary Tô Lâm, President Lương Cường, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính, and leaders and former leaders of the Party, State, National Assembly, Central Committee of the Vietnam Fatherland Front, and international guests. In his opening speech, National Assembly Chairman Trần Thanh Mẫn emphasized that the National Assembly would discuss and decide on many important issues to serve the streamlining of the apparatus according to Party Central Committee's Resolution number 18.
During the 8-day sessions, the National Assembly will review and pass the draft law on organization of the government amended, the draft law on organization of local administration amended, the draft law on amendments and supplements to the law on organizations of the National Assembly, and the law on promulgation of legal documents amended. 5 document resolutions on reorganizing the National Assembly and the government apparatus for the 15th National Assembly term will be mulled over and approved. The session will focus on key economic and infrastructure issues, including supplementary to the country's 2025 Socio-Economic Development Plan with a growth rate target of at least 8% and investment policy for Lào Cai-Hà Nội-Hải Phòng Railway project. On the first working day, the National Assembly discussed the draft law on amendments and supplements to the law on organization of the National Assembly and the law on promulgation of legal documents amended. Other matters were discussed in the whole, including the draft law on amendments and supplements to the law on organization of the National Assembly and some related resolutions.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính hosted a meeting in Hanoi on February the 12th with Mr. Choi Joo-ho, General Director of Samsung Vietnam, and his successor, Na Ki-hong.
Appreciating the efforts, determination, and business operation results of Samsung, as well as the effective and active support of General Director Choi Joo-ho during his 2 working terms in Vietnam, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính hoped that, in any position, Mr. Choi would continue to contribute to the success of Samsung Vietnam, the development of Vietnam and the Vietnam Republic of Korea relationship. Wishing to have Vietnamese people in the leadership of Samsung Vietnam, the Prime Minister asked Samsung to support the country in further improving the capacity of domestic enterprises so that they can participate more effectively in the group's global production and supply chains, and promote cooperation so that Vietnamese digital technology firms can become partners in Samsung's ecosystem. The host encouraged the guests to expand Samsung's research and development activities, increase investment in training centers at Vietnam's National Innovation Center, and support local startups and digital transformation efforts.
The same day, chairing the conference of the Ministry of National Defense leaderships with the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army, General Phan Văn Giang, Minister of National Defense, emphasized that the results achieved by the General Staff in the past year have significantly contributed to the successful task accomplishment of the Central Military Commission and the Ministry of National Defense. The General Staff was asked to further focus on directing the improvement of situation forecasting and assessment capacity, thus promptly advising the Party, the State, the Central Military Commission, and the Ministry of National Defense on strategies and countermeasures to successfully handle all arising situations. Attending the conference were Senior Lieutenant General Trịnh Văn Quyết, Chairman of the General Political Department of the Vietnam People's Army, General Nguyễn Tân Cương, Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army and Deputy Minister of National Defense, among others.
Minister Phan Văn Giang requested that the General Staff direct the drastic and effective materialization of the 2025 theme, which has been identified as the year of acceleration, breakthrough, determination to successfully complete the goals and tasks set out by the resolution of the 11th Military Party Congress. It should be specifically concretized into policies and plans right from the beginning of the year, creating a strong breakthrough throughout the unit. The General Staff was also asked to effectively implement the strategies, resolutions, conclusions, projects, active policies and laws, continue to promote the combined strength, mobilize resources, build and consolidate a strong national defense, build solid defensive areas and a people's heart position, direct strict and high-quality training with a focus on night training, advanced lifelike training and training to improve troops' mobility. Commanders at all levels must be qualified enough, meeting mission requirements. Focus must be put on promoting digital transformation and administrative reform, developing contingency plans for natural disasters and epidemics in different situations and different localities, prepare forces and means ready for unexpected incidents. Minister Phan Văn Giang emphasized the need to innovate working style, better qualifications, and experience of the staff at strategic level, building affiliated units exemplary in terms of party and military discipline under strict inspection and supervision.
Every year after the state holiday, young people who have been recruited for military service nationwide are eager to fulfill their duty to the fatherland. 2025 is the first year of applying the new health examination regulations, according to Circular number 105 issued by the Minister of National Defense. The implementation of this circular has been organized closely to raise the qualifications and quality of recruits. The circular's new regulations are expected to overcome shortcomings in the military recruitment work. Localities organized training and disseminated new regulations to military recruitment officers, especially in the preliminary health examination stage. The application of the new circular will facilitate the health examination and re-examination after enlistment day. Today, February the 13th, thousands of outstanding young people in Vietnam started their military life. Then they will spend 2 years trained in the great military school to pursue the ambitions of the beautiful youth under the victorious military flag.
I'm so happy to know that they'll be enlisted in the military. Hopefully my sons would grow in maturity in the military. I want to tell my son that he should try his best to train himself well and doesn't need to worry about me, as my neighbors will take care of me. When they're far away from home, I know they'll sometimes feel homesick, but I think my sons should join the military for a better future. I want to tell them that when you are young, you should try your best to accumulate experience. Hopefully, you would complete all assigned tasks.
Coming up next, Vietnam promotes organic agricultural products at Biofect 2025. Scientific and technological solutions help promote heritage values. On the morning of February the 12th, Cambodian Senate President and Cambodian People's Party President Samdech Techo Hun Sen hosted a reception for newly appointed Vietnamese ambassador to Cambodia, Nguyễn Minh Vũ.
Expressing his honor to assume the position, Ambassador Nguyễn Minh Vũ affirmed that, based on the motto of the relationship of good neighborliness, traditional friendship, comprehensive cooperation with long-term sustainability between the two countries, he'll make every effort to continuously bring the friendship and cooperation between the two countries closer, more substantive and effective. For his part, Cambodian Senate President Hun Sen spoke highly of Ambassador Nguyễn Đình Vu's early arrival in Cambodia to take up his duties right after the predecessor completed the term, which shows the care of the Vietnamese party and state to the Vietnam-Cambodia relationship. On this occasion, the host conveyed his best wishes to senior Vietnamese leaders while praising Vietnam's efforts to streamline the apparatus and expressing his belief in the success of this effort.
Within the framework of the world's leading fair on organic food, BioFact 2025, in Nuremberg City, Bavaria State, the Vietnam Trade Office in Germany coordinated with the Vietnam Organic Agriculture Association to organize a trade connection program for 12 Vietnamese organic agricultural import-export enterprises participating in BioFact with German and European enterprises at Vietnam's pavilion. At the fair, Vietnamese organic enterprises brought to display more diverse and enriched products than the previous years. In addition to such traditional export products as tea and coffee, new products including instant salted coffee, products from coconut nectar have also been introduced. These products have all achieved international certification. BioFact is the world's leading fair on organic food and natural cosmetics. This year's iteration attracts around 2,300 exhibitors from 94 countries, showcasing the diversity and innovative power of the organic world. The Full Moon Festival in lunar January in Bình Dương has been known as the Civilized and Free Festival. This is not only a unique feature, but also the result of the joining hands of local authorities, organizations, and people in preserving good traditions.
So far, more than 100,000 people and tourists have come to Thủ Dầu Một City, Bình Dương Province, to participate in this important cultural and spiritual event with many volunteer activities, spreading kindness. Before the festival, a series of free service points were arranged along the main roads near Bà Thiên Hậu Temple, Nguyễn Du, Nguyễn Thái Học, and Phú Cường Parks and other locations. The local youths participated in voluntary activities, guided tourists, and supported the organization, contributing to a meaningful and warm festival. The festival not only bears spiritual significance, but also an opportunity for the community to join hands in spreading good values. With voluntary activities and environmental protection work, the festival is increasingly becoming a symbol of hospitality, kindness, and urban civilization.
Hoa Lư Citadel lasted for 42 years under the three dynasties of Dinh, Early Lê, and Lý, having a special significance in the cause of building and defending the country. Learning that fact, Ninh Bình Province has built various plans to restore and preserve the unique cultural values of the ancient capital, promoting the development of cultural industry towards building a centrally governed city as a millennium heritage and creative urban area.
In recent years, the display area of the Dinh Pre Lê Cultural Heritage at Hoa Lư Ancient Capital Relic Site has become increasingly attractive to visitors thanks to the application of 3D projection technology. With such techniques, part of the traces of the citadel wall, the palace foundation, as well as the decorative patterns on the construction materials have been interpreted, helping visitors better explore the thousand-year-old stories. The technology helps promote and convey the best information to visitors and anyone who explore the platform online. Digitization also aims to preserve artifacts in the best condition, particularly making timely assessments during the preservation process. Traces of Hoa Lư Ancient Citadel have been almost completely destroyed over the more than 10 decades. Archaeological surveys show that the large-scale citadel was built with many walls layers across mountains and based on the natural terrain. That makes the tradition of building citadels in a deeper sense, clearly demonstrating the spirit of self-reliance of the Vietnamese people since the ancient period. Following international practice, we should have a strategic vision for investing in large-scale projects of a comprehensive nature with long-term research on the underground heritage. This will also be a premise for the construction of a historical, cultural, and archaeological park in Hoa Lư in the coming time. Ninh Bình is globally recognized as one of the leading localities in preserving cultural heritage, nature, and biodiversity for tourism development. Promoting the application of science and technology will help Ninh Bình better revive its heritage values, promote socio-economic development, tapping the full potential of a millennium heritage city.
And that's all for now. Remember, you can always watch news again at QPVN.vn. Thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.